Hello, and welcome back to Viva La Action, the podcast where we're talking about all things action movies. The good, the bad, and the underrated. My name is Santi, and with me as always, it's my co-host, it's Grayson.
Hello.
Hello, sucka.
Two things. That was a really good clap, and also we forgot to put on our fucking...
We did forget to put the on-air sign on.
There we go.
Grayson.
Yes.
Happy Black History Month. We missed it.
Yeah, we sure did.
It's March.
It is March. We beans that pretty good.
Yep. That's okay.
Yeah. Shit happened.
Shit happened. We won't get into it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to get into it, but I'm not going to get into it for you.
Yeah. I was in a car accident.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it.
Grayson managed to hit several babies in a row.
Yeah. I saw it, my combo points were
just skyrocketing. Turns out they were having some sort of manic episode.
Yeah.
There have been many victims.
Yeah.
Actually, turns out it was just a cart of cabbages. But
yeah.
It turned out okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
Everything's fine.
Yep.
Grayson's just being sued by the cabbage company.
Yes. Yeah. So apparently they have really good lawyers.
Yeah. And if you can't tell, that's all very serious. I'm not joking at all.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, it was Black History Month.
It was.
And in classic white American fashion, we missed it.
We did.
But that's okay, because we're gonna carry on anyway.
It's never too late to celebrate.
Yeah, baby.
And acknowledge that our country is built on the back of slaves.
It is. Boy. Hard to transition out of that one.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're gonna try, because this week, Grayson, we talked about something cool.
Yes.
Something hip.
Yeah.
Something swaggy.
Yes.
Because we talked about, or we didn't talk about it. We watched Trouble Man.
Yes? You manage a building, 139th and Crenshaw. It's in fucked up shape. A baby went through the railing yesterday. She's now in Queen of Angels Hospital.
Look, all we do, sir, is collect the rentals, relay the problems to the owners. We're not responsible.
I'm making you responsible, man. Now, I want you to see that baby's hospital bill is paid. I want the building fixed so it don't happen again. And I want you to go see the baby's mother and tell her how sorry you are it happened. You dig where I'm coming from?
Look, that lady has legal recourse.
Look, man, lawyers do numbers. We ain't got time for that. Now, you do like I told you, and now.
I don't own that building. In fact, a Negro couple owns it.
I couldn't give less a damn who owns it or what color. Now, you see that baby, or I'll come back and see to you. You dig it? You got plenty of time today to handle that. You don't? I'll come see you tomorrow, help you out some.
Hell yeah.
Which, if you don't know, Trouble Man is a 1972 blaxploitation crime film directed by Ivan Dixon and written by John D. F. Black. The film, Trouble Man, stars Robert Hooks as Mr. T, with support from Paul Winfield, Ralph Waite, William Smithers, and Paula Kelly. There is no budget or box office information for Trouble Man, which I find interesting because this was produced by 20th Century Fox, which is a big studio.
Yeah.
Which I find it odd that there's no I looked all over the place. I couldn't find a budget.
Huh.
I did see that similar films like Shaft and Superfly, those were made for like around $1 million.
Okay.
So this is probably something similar. So that's $1 million in $1970, which is probably what, billion today?
Yeah, roughly, give or take.
So yes, but I did also see that it was considered a box office failure at the time, so it didn't make a ton of money. So, regardless, one thing that was successful was the Marvin Gaye produced soundtrack, which we'll talk about, but just briefly was critically successful and peaked at number 7 on the Billboard charts in 1972. So
Top
that's
10. Let's go.
interesting. Speaking of things being in the tens, Trouble Man carries a 14% critical score on Rotten Tomatoes with a 64% audience score.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Critics don't know what they're talking about.
They with this film in particular, I don't understand.
I don't get.
I don't get why it's so derided. We'll get into it, but the film does not pass the Bechdel test.
No.
There's a couple of women.
Yeah.
They each have about one line apiece.
Yep.
And the main woman, whose name is Cleo,
Yeah.
never speaks to another woman.
No.
So
Do any women? Wait.
I don't think any women speak to each other.
No.
They're all separate and
They're
talking
all separate. Yeah, they're all separate. Always in a bedroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of the characters' interactions with women in this film is Mr. T enters the room and he's all, "Hey, baby, nice to see you again. You got some information for me?" And she's like, "Yeah, baby, I got this piece of information. When am I going to see you again?" He's like, "Never." And then he leaves.
Yeah, that's pretty much
That's
it.
pretty much all his interactions with women.
Yeah.
But we won't hold it against him. Finally, the plot synopsis from IMDb. Los Angeles mobsters and police crowd a private eye. Yep. That's pretty much the plot.
That's it.
Now, before we get into this film's behind the scenes and its plot information and things of that nature, what'd you think of this movie, Grayson?
I liked it.
I like it a lot.
It was very enjoyable.
Yes.
I think my favorite part was the language. It was so just fun.
Yes.
A lot of jive.
Yes, I was going to say, if you don't know, if you've never seen a blaxploitation film before, this film does have a lot of jive in it, which I think is kind of, I don't know if it's a derogatory term, but it's sort of a pejorative for the way African Americans spoke in movies.
Yeah.
Like urban African Americans spoke in movies in the 1970s.
Yeah.
So if you've ever heard like the term sucka,
Yeah.
that's considered like jive.
Yeah.
It's calling each other mother. It's making fun analogies.
Yep. Oh yeah.
There's a part in this movie. It's one of my favorite things I've ever heard. Somebody asks if somebody's good for a certain amount of money, and he says, "Is an elephant heavy? Is pig pork?"
Yeah. No, the language is just very fun.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was enjoyable. I
Yes.
really liked it.
I think this is a phenomenal film. So I've seen it before. I watched it because, as we mentioned, it does have a Marvin Gaye soundtrack, which I found notable. Also, it weirdly is mentioned in, and I don't think you'll remember this, but the movie The Winter Soldier, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Oh, really?
Yes. So there's a scene where Steve Rogers is running at the very beginning of the film.
Yeah.
And Falcon, played by Anthony Mackie, is like, they're running together, and Captain America
like
keeps circling him.
On your left or whatever.
Yeah, he says on your left or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they start talking, and Captain America is talking about how he feels, left behind, right? Because he woke up, from being asleep in the ice or whatever. And Anthony Mackie mentions to him, he's like, one album to catch you up, and it's Trouble Man by Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the film, they actually play the main theme from Trouble Man, which I have a fun fact about. So originally, they actually wanted to include the Marvin Gaye album "What's Going On," which was, if you don't know anything about Marvin Gaye, he's a famous. He's since passed away a long time ago in a very dramatic event, but he's a very notorious, famous, preliminary soul singer.
Yeah.
He really kind of created the foundation for a lot of what we think of as like soul music and R&B and funk. He had like a lot of hands and a lot of different pies. But in the 1970s, he created this album called "What's Going On," which is sort of his anti-war masterpiece, I guess. It's a great album.
Yeah.
But the modern Marvin Gaye estate is very what's the word?
Oh my God.
Man, what it happened to your glasses?
Bro, they are so fucked up. Don't mind me.
It's because I took them off and I was licking them earlier.
Oh, gross.
When you weren't looking.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? They're very litigious. So the Marvin Gaye estate is famously does not let anybody use Marvin Gaye's music.
Yeah.
And if you attempt to do anything to do with Marvin Gaye, they love to sue. So I think in the original Falcon and the Winter, or in the Winter Soldier film, he was going to tell him to listen to What's Going On by Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't obtain the rights to that soundtrack, and the Trouble Man soundtrack was a lot cheaper. And so they're like, well, let's go with Trouble Man.
Yeah.
Which is funny because it's sort of thematically appropriate, right? Because the Winter Soldier, the film is about Captain America realizes there's this big conspiracy that he's, whatever.
Yeah.
And Trouble Man is essentially a movie about a guy who's getting set up, right? To
over and over again.
Over and over again, to take a fall for this other guy. So, I don't know, kind of works out. But anyway, yes. So I originally watched this movie because I was interested in the soundtrack. And I'm just astounded at everything about it. I just don't understand. I do not understand the critical derision for this movie at all.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. And I read some stuff that kind of makes it make sense to me, but I think it's well paced. I think if you're going in expecting a sort of bang bang action movie, it's not really that. It is more of a noir, thriller detective movie. Like I said, it is a lot of Mr. T walking into a building and being like, "Hey, sucker, tell me something," and then somebody tells him something, and he's like, and then he goes into the next room and he's got to like figure out what's going on, right?
Yeah.
And it's a lot of him outsmarting people, more than it is him muscling people.
Yeah.
Although he does do some karate chopping at the end,
which is pretty sick.
It is pretty sick. But yeah, I really like this movie a lot. I watched it twice, which my goal this year is every movie we watch, I'm trying to watch it multiple times so I can get like a good perspective.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think this movie's cool. I just really like it.
Awesome. Like the whole soundtrack banger.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good.
Yes.
The action also.
Yes.
Like for it being the 70s, quite good.
It is good.
Quite good. And like all the dialogue too.
Yeah.
Like it's written well.
Yes. And it moves at a very good pace.
Oh, yeah.
Like it is leisurely in the sense that like I was watching part of it last night and I was telling Destiny, my wife, I'm like, how funny is it that like movies now, it feels like a lot of movies now, especially like Blockbuster, it's like you got to jump right in, right?
Yeah.
You got to just get to the fucking point, right?
Yes. So start at 100.
Start at 100. Yeah. This movie opens with a man playing pool for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. And it's awesome.
It is awesome. And you're so engaged the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, but it's such a good way to establish that character, right? Because he is cool and he's obviously very well respected, right? Because he walks in, he's got this guy who's like giving him stuff and he's like making moves, but he's like doing it while sitting down and playing pool, right? And it's like this, it's a great way to illustrate his character as somebody who he's not aggressive, right? He's willing to sit back and let it play out, and then he makes his move, right?
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen the film, it opens with him. He's playing pool with this man named Texas Blood,
which is an incredible
name. And he's this like young pool player. He comes in all brash, and he's like even being like, "I'll make it easy for you. I'll call out all my shots," right?
Yeah.
And Mr. T is like, "Cool," and he just like sits back in his chair. And while he's watching the other guy play pool, he's like doing dealings, right? Like his sort of his right-hand man, who's like the pool hall owner. He's like telling him, "Hey, this happened over at this street and you need to take care of this." And this other guy comes up. He's like, "My brother's in jail." And he's like, "Okay, get him out, but I'll break his legs if he doesn't, whatever." And it's like just this great, like, and then as soon as the other guy makes a mistake, he's like, "Okay, time to play pool." Gets up and just fucking wipes the floor with
him. And just annihilates him. I like that there's that like line that you can't cross while he's playing. I thought that was such like a nice little detail.
Oh yeah.
Because it really drives home the idea that like this guy he runs the place.
Yeah.
He is the head honcho.
Yeah,
of
he's the
whatever's-
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like you don't cross that line while he's playing pool.
Right.
Right? And you approach when told to approach.
Right.
And so yeah, I think that whole opening scene really set the mood and tone for the rest of the movie.
Yes. And I think the main theme is really good.
Oh yeah.
If you've never heard it, it's sort of jazzy.
Yeah.
And it is Marvin Gaye kind of crooning over
Yeah.
the thing, but it's just such a great there's a great line in it where he says only three things that are for sure: taxes, death, and trouble, which is just a great
Yep.
opening line.
Yep.
Speaking of, if you're listening to this and you have not listened to our preview episode, I played a little clip of the trailer in that, and it has one of my favorite lines that I've ever heard in a trailer. So if you don't know about old timey trailers, right?
Yeah.
They used to be like, it'd be clips from the movie, but it'd also be like a guy talking over the top, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the classic one is like that we think of from like our childhood is the like, in a world where blah,
yes.
blah, blah, right?
Yep.
Well, in the 70s, they just had like a guy just explaining kind of what was going on, right?
Yeah.
But there's a great opening line where he's like, he's cool as a cucumber, he's whatever. And my favorite line is that he goes, he's been a man since he was a child.
Sure.
I'm like, all right, that makes sense to me, I
Yep.
guess.
Whatever.
Trouble is here. He's street smart and steel hard. He's a healer, a fixer.
My name's T, baby.
Wears $600 suits, drives a $10,000 car, and he carries two guns, one to stop trouble and one to make trouble. He was born in the ghetto and raised in the streets. He's been a man since he was a kid, and trouble is this man's name.
Whatever you say, brother.
He's been a man since he was a boy.
That doesn't make a lick of sense,
Nope.
but sure.
All right. Well, I think we've said all we can say without like sort of spoiling the whole movie. I mean, it's
Yeah.
from the 70s, so what can you
Yeah.
spoil? But
Yeah.
would you recommend somebody watch this movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Me too. And I will say this though. I'm going to give it a caveat.
Okay.
And part of the reason this so I went on a journey with this
Yeah.
movie, right? So if you try to find this movie online,
Yes.
you're going to have some trouble.
Yeah.
Okay? Trouble
Trouble
man.
man.
Be cool. So if you Google Trouble Man, right? It says it's on this service called Plex.
Sure.
Okay. Now you and I, we've had a run-in with Plex before.
Yeah.
Because it hosts the infamous Damien Chapa film Mexican American. And if you go and listen to our Mexican American commentary, we are watching it on Plex.
Yeah.
Which is frequently interrupted by ads.
Yeah.
Regardless. So I was aware of Plex. So I'm like, okay, I'll check it out on Plex because, it's a streaming service. It's probably going to be better quality. So I start watching it and I notice something odd.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the Marvin Gaye soundtrack.
What the fuck?
I don't know what happened, but if you watch the version on Plex, they cut out the Marvin Gaye soundtrack and they add in like a generic, like royalty-free jazz soundtrack.
What?
I have no idea why. It's very strange. And if I can, I'm going to play a little clip during the episode of like what it sounds like on Plex because it's very strange. Because like you'll hear the start of the Marvin Gaye soundtrack and then it'll cut out and it'll go to this other
What the fuck?
soundtrack. It's very obvious, like because
Yeah.
the main theme isn't there.
Yeah.
It's very strange. So I'm like, okay, well I can't watch it on Plex,
Yeah.
right? Because it just
Yeah, the Marvin Gaye soundtrack is like
it's like 40% of why you watch this movie.
yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, well, let me see where else it is. It's on YouTube, right?
Yep.
For free. Like somebody's uploaded it. And it's this podcast called like the Marvin Gaye Experience Podcast or
Yeah.
something. I'm like, great, I'll watch it. So I click on it. It looks like it was shot on a butthole. It's just like the worst rip I've ever seen in my life. It's so blurry. I like put the quality up to 180, didn't make an ounce of a difference. I tried it on different whatevers.
Yeah.
It was all shit. So I'm like, fantastic. My two options are watching it through a fucking, like, I'm watching it in a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Or I can watch this version that has just been, like, Frankenstein together.
Yeah. Ugh.
So my only option was I had to order a DVD.
Yeah.
And you can buy a DVD. They don't produce it anymore, but you can buy like a used copy of it.
Yeah.
Which is what I did. And that's like the full version, right?
Yeah.
And it's a classic DVD where it's got the full screen on one side and the widescreen on the other.
Classic. Yeah.
Which is how you and I both watched it. So
Yeah.
anyway, I was fascinated by this. I'm like, why?
Why?
So I sent an email to Plex, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I need to know why this doesn't have the soundtrack. And they never got back to me. So
Those bastards.
it's a mystery. I don't know what. So the only thing I can think, and this is my theory. So
Yeah.
if you're out there and you know something about this, please tell me because I'm fascinated. My theory is this: the rights to the film
Yeah.
have lapsed, right?
Classic.
So most likely nobody owns this movie anymore.
Right.
It's either copyright free, which is
Yeah.
why it's just on YouTube and it's not been taken down. Or, 20th Century Fox, which has been acquired by Disney, it's just been lost in the shuffle, right? Like nobody knows who owns it, so it's just like whatever, who cares?
Yeah, it's on a thumb drive somewhere in somebody's desk.
So most likely nobody owns Trouble Man, which is why they've never bothered to like re-release it or whatever. However, the Trouble Man soundtrack, which is an album you can purchase on its own, and which is most likely owned by the Marvin Gaye estate, is not out of copyright.
Yeah.
And so if you are distributing the film, you cannot distribute the soundtrack because the Marvin Gaye estate owns it and are notoriously litigious.
Yeah.
And so my theory is that Plex uploaded the film because they're like, we're a free streaming service. This is a free film. We'll just upload this movie. And Marvin Gaye's estate said,
Nah, fuck you.
shall not.
Yeah.
And so they had to replace the soundtrack. That's my only thing that makes sense to me.
I mean, yeah, that does make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
I bet you that's exactly the reason.
Yes, I'm sure that's what. So, but then I was also like, well, then how come the whole movie can just exist on YouTube?
True.
And nobody cares? So I tried to find contact information for the Marvin Gaye whatever podcast, and they just don't exist. So I don't know what, like, they're just like, their only fucking social media was Pinterest, and you can't message on Pinterest.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sure that was really boring to everyone who just listened to this, but I just don't understand.
That's fascinating.
This was a bizarre journey I went on.
Yeah.
And I found no answers, and it's very frustrating.
This is a really interesting movie.
Yes.
Not only because it's just like an interesting movie, but like it sounds like the history behind it is like fascinating. Like the fact that there's all this crap going on.
Yeah.
It's very,
very interesting.
Yeah, very cool.
So before I get into the rest of the behind the scenes things, I did want to ask you.
Yeah.
What do you think about Robert Hooks, who plays Trouble Man, Mr. T?
I thought he was great.
I think he's great too. I think he's the perfect man for this role.
I don't think there's probably somebody else that could have done the role, but I just when somebody called him Mr. T for the first time, I was like, yeah, that's Mr. T.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he strikes a great balance between suave and intimidating.
Yes.
Right? Because there are moments where he's bearing down on someone and you're like, yeah, I can see why you'd be scared of this guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Because he's big
Yep.
and he's very confident. But then also there's moments where he's very suave and tender and like cool, you know?
Yeah. And you're like, I can't get a read on you.
Yeah. He's perplexing.
Yeah.
And I do like, one of the things I like is that they dress him in these like very expensive Italian suits.
Yep.
Because I think it gives him this air of sophistication, right? Like, because one of the movies that this is often compared to is Shaft. And I don't know if you've ever seen Shaft.
Nope.
This was actually written by the same writer. So, what's his name? John D.F. Black. White man, by the way.
Sure.
Ironically.
Yeah.
he wrote Shaft and he wrote Trouble Man, and this is often compared to Shaft, but Shaft is much more of a. He wears like a leather trench coat, and he's like a hipster kind of like New York guy, right?
Yeah.
And he's like got like 2 machine guns, and he's like whatever. Whereas what I like about Mr. T is he almost doesn't need a gun.
Yeah.
Right? Like he carries one.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like most of the time he will disarm you with his intelligence, or he will just threaten you. And that seems to be enough, right? Like, he's got such an air of sophistication around him. You kind of just believe him when he's like, I could break both your legs, right?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Please don't.
Please don't. Yeah.
I'll give you whatever you want.
Yeah. But man, I just love his suits.
Oh, man.
They're so cool.
And like, anytime his suit would get ruined, he would always like walk in and be like, you owe me a suit, bitch.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, I don't. And he's like, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And they're like, good point.
One suit coming up.
Yep,
yeah.
You got it.
And man, I think the older I get, the more I become convinced that the 70s was like the peak of fashion.
Yeah.
Just like he walks in at one point and he's wearing this like electric blue fucking velvet suit. And it sounds terrible, but it looks incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just with his like perfect hair, and he looks so fucking cool.
When you look up like 70s fashion silhouettes, like it's just so it's clean.
Yeah.
It's clean, it's stylish.
Yeah.
It's unique. There's like a surprising amount of colors that aren't too like ostentatious.
Right.
And it's just, the 70s fashion is awesome.
It is awesome.
It's very, very good.
And a lot of like big collars,
Yeah.
Like somebody will just be walking around. They got this big ass collar.
Yep.
Or a big hat. I love a big hat.
Oh, man.
There's a guy in this who looks like a classic. Like if you were to go to Spirit Halloween and get like a pimp outfit, he's dressed like that. He's got this hat that's like sideways and big old baggy like pants and shit. There's a guy. Okay, one thing too that this episode's just going to turn to me saying things that I love. One thing I love about 70s films, I feel like this is most movies like pre-2000.
Yeah.
Is everybody's got something going on, right?
Yes.
Like even there's a character in this named Mr. Big, and he's got 2 henchmen, and they each have their own like look.
Yep.
Right? Like one is this like he's got a cane and an earring and this weird suit, and you're like, what's that guy's deal? Right? And there's like another guy, he's got like this like weird whatever, and like a little hat, and it's like, what's with these guys? Like, what's their story?
What do they do on a Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, I guess they just stand in the shadows and leer, but it's like,
sure.
I mean, man, you're just like every character that passes by, you're like, what's that guy's deal?
Yeah. What do you do?
What do you do? Why you got little tiny shorts and you're in a boxing ring? What's up with that?
Like some coffee?
I'm not planning to stay long enough to drink it.
Well, I hope you're right about that, T. Sergeant, bring in a pot of coffee and 2 cups. Now, let's stop bullshitting around. What's the story?
Now, that's your question to answer, Captain. And all the bullshit around here is yours, too. Now, are you holding me or can I go home?
We've got a body we're told belongs to you. So what else can I do?
Come up with some goddamn evidence, man.
Well, we're trying, T. Our lab people are going over your car right now. We're checking our records on the test bullet from your gun. And we'd like to take a paraffin test of your hands. Don't suppose you'd allow that, huh? Anyway, our informant told us you were wearing gloves at the time. What did you do with those gloves, T?
The lab says his car is clean.
Well, you're looking good, T. You sure you don't want some of this coffee?
This was written and produced by John D.F. Black.
Yep.
Who is the same guy who wrote Shaft.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that this movie just seems really interesting. Well, something that is interesting about it is the director. So he's this man named Ivan Dixon.
Okay.
he prior to this movie was he was an actor. So he had acted a lot in television. He had done like there's a famous Twilight Zone episode. I think it's called like The Hanging at Noon or something. Anyway, it's this famous Twilight Zone episode that's like an allegory for like racial tensions.
Gotcha.
And he is the main actor in that.
Okay.
And he had done like a bunch of television shows, but he was most famously an actor on Hogan's Heroes, which if you don't know is like a 1970s TV show. It's like a military, whatever. But he was a prominent actor in that. And while working on Hogan's Heroes, he decided to take the opportunity to learn about directing. Oh. So he would like follow the director around and like ask him questions and like talk to the cinematographer and stuff. So he got to know like a lot of people like in that world. And so when this movie came about, he was brought on to direct it. And it was his first movie, and he, comes out, directs this movie, and it didn't do super well at the box office, like you said, and it wasn't super well received, but the studio thought he did a good enough job, and so did John D.F. Black, that he was given the opportunity to make another movie. And he made this movie that is very interesting. So, and I'm going to say the title of the movie. It does contain a word that is considered sort of a slur. So just be aware. This is the name of the movie. It's called The Spook Who Sat by the Door.
Okay.
And this movie I find very interesting. Yeah. So, directed by Ivan Dixon, and it's a movie about a black CIA agent who he's brought into the CIA sort of like as a token, like black operative, right?
Yeah.
But while he's there, he learns guerrilla war tactics, and he brings it back to Chicago and teaches a bunch of black revolutionaries and starts an armed revolution.
Hell yeah.
And so this is what the movie's about, right? Now, obviously, this is taking place in the 1970s. So the movie came out in 1973. The FBI, not super big on...
well, they need to mind their business.
Black revolutionaries. Yeah, I know. Because keep in mind, this is the height of the Black Panther Party.
Yep.
This is post MLK Jr. assassination. We're getting towards the era of like the Oklahoma City bombing.
Yeah,
like
we're in the middle of Vietnam,
Nixon administration.
Yeah.
Like this is all like it's really high, racial tensions in the U.S. So this movie comes out, and no surprise, the FBI just suppresses it. Right, basically threatens theaters. Pull it out of the theater or whatever. So it became this sort of like, it doesn't do well at the box office. Ivan Dixon never directs another movie, right? This is the last movie he ever directs is The Spook Who Sat by the Door. Well, it became this sort of like quintessential like cult film, right? It became one of those movies that like you'd only hear about it and you'd like see it on like bootleg VHS tapes and stuff.
Yeah.
And then eventually I think it was the late 90s, they started showing it at like Alamo Draft House and these like, sort of underground theaters, and it did eventually get a DVD release.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I just find all of that really interesting, right?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Guy who gets his shot at like making a movie, and he's like, I'm going to make the craziest movie you ever saw.
Guys, hold my beer. Check this shit out. Ready? I'm going to piss off the entire American government.
And like, in retrospect, he's been like, it was supposed to be more of like a satire about American imperialism, right? This idea of like, whatever, and like what if it went wrong, right? Because there is, the CIA has famously suffered a lot of blowback where they go, for example, Saddam Hussein, where they go into another country and train a bunch of freedom fighters, and then later those freedom fighters become terrorists.
Yeah.
Who
crazy how that works.
Yeah. Then don't like American intervention in their country.
Yeah.
Crazy how that works.
I know.
Topically relevant. Anyway. So he, in retrospect, he's been like, it wasn't really supposed to be a movie about like, hey, we should all like overthrow the U.S. government or whatever.
Yeah.
But I kind of think it was.
Yeah. I think so. Just like
a little bit. Like I understand that he can't in modern be like, yeah, I kind of wanted to shoot and kill everybody. I'm kind
Yeah.
of like, I think you kind of did.
I just like a little
I
bit.
think just a little bit. This was
Yeah.
real. You were kind of being like, hey,
Yeah.
we should do this.
Yeah. What did they say? Life imitates art.
Yeah.
Or something.
Like I get it. I get that now you can't say that, but I'm also like, I think you could say it. Like I think you were right, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Re-release that movie in theaters.
honestly, yes. Which I believe it's on Tubi. So if you want to watch
Let's
it,
go.
it's probably on Tubi.
Swag.
Man, do you ever think about the history of movies and you're like, it used to be this cult underground thing, the FBI suppressed it, but now you can watch it on Tubi.
Yeah.
It's just free.
In your home.
It's just in your house.
Yeah.
You'll get an ad for Kleenex in the middle. Like,
Yeah. What'll be funny is you'll get an ad to like sign up for the Coast Guard.
yeah, 100% in the middle of it. And then it's like, blow up your mom or whatever.
Yeah, and you're like, man, I'm getting a lot of mixed signals
a lot
right
of
now.
mixed messaging.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's kind of the story of Ivan Dixon.
Wow, what a story.
And he did continue to work in television. So he directed like episodes of Star Trek and stuff like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think he acts in Deep Space Nine. Maybe he's in an
Nice.
episode of that. So he still had a career, but yeah, he was
Yeah.
never allowed to direct a theatrical film again.
They're like, you got the FBI involved in one movie.
Yeah,
You're done.
you're done. That's kind of the end for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just find all that interesting.
No, that's fascinating.
Regardless, one thing I do, so I like I said, I was reading about this movie and I kind of mentioned like I don't understand the like critical derision.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's 14% on Rotten Tomatoes, which
That's
you watch this movie and you're like, there's no way it's like that bad, right?
Yeah.
But I do think part of it is it does undermine your expectations in the sense that, like I said, it's not an action movie, really.
Yeah.
It is a detective film.
Yeah.
And it does kind of follow the conventions of a detective film.
Yeah.
But one thing I like about it is that, unlike Shaft, which is this movie that is about like, it is about like a black private eye.
Yeah.
It's more or less sort of a cartoonish, it's like this movie to me, it feels much more emotionally real in the sense that it is about a black man in the 70s who is trying to, in his own way, help his community.
Yes.
Right? As opposed to like a guy who's like, he's out for himself and he's just trying to whatever. And, he's all about being black, but I do love white women. It's like Mr. T very much feels more like a black hero for black people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that is where some of the derision comes from, is that it's not for everyone. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't mean that in like, nobody can enjoy this movie unless you're black. I mean, like, it wasn't made for white audiences.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas, because one thing we talk about with blaxploitation, which I haven't explained, but we did another episode of blaxploitation. Go listen to it if you want a definition. One thing about blaxploitation is the exploitation part of it comes from the fact that a lot of these were made by white directors to show white people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They weren't like, they started as this movement of black creators making movies about black people.
Yeah.
And became this sort of cartoonish, exploitative way of being like, hey, white people, look at how crazy black people are, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of this like, it's like vaudeville, like in the, that kind of became like exaggerated and whatever.
Yeah.
And I think Shaft is much more accessible to the average person because it's like you get the tropes of it and you've seen whatever. Whereas Trouble Man, I feel like, is much more about, it's a black man who lives with his community, is there to help his community, and there's an anger to him.
Yeah.
Like, he does not really like working with white people.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, in our modern kind of like
Yeah.
PC kind of culture, it's like you can understand the derision for that, but also you need to understand where this movie's coming from, right?
Yeah.
It's this era where you cannot trust white people, right?
Yeah.
You've just come out. They just shot your guy, right? You know what I'm saying?
Like the FBI killed Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah. Like, so why? And there is a very tangible thing in this of like, if you're a successful black man,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. You could be the most successful black guy on earth, and you're still one moment away from everybody turning on you. You know what I mean? Like he talks about, he has this great conversation with the police chief where he's talking about, you know, the chief is talking about you don't have a job, but you own $300 suits and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, you play with the law and I don't like that. And so I'm trying to get you, right?
Yeah.
It's like this presumption of guilt for this guy who, like, by all accounts is doing nothing but helping.
Yeah.
Like, he's not doing anything illegal, really.
Yeah.
He gets into some trouble, but he's not like...
Yeah, he's not actively breaking the law.
No, he's like trying to help the people around him.
Yeah.
But the cops don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just... I think it's such a fascinating...
It is.
Movie.
He kind of reminds me of, like, Killmonger. Right?
Yeah.
Where, like, Killmonger's like... Killmonger was right, by the way. Even though he's supposed to be the villain, I think he was right. You know, Killmonger's like, why are we, you know, bending over backwards for these white people when they've done nothing for us?
Right.
And so, yeah, it's... I guess that the derision and all of that and divisiveness makes sense, but I think, yeah, you're right. Like, you have to understand the context of, like, the time period and what they're trying to accomplish via this piece of art.
Right, exactly.
And so, yeah, it's like, it's weird. It, like, kind of makes sense, but it also just doesn't, because it's like, you people aren't understanding, you don't get it.
Right. Like, because I think, like, going into this, I thought to myself, like, well, maybe there's something that I'm missing, right? That makes this a bad movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, because maybe the plot is confusing, or maybe this thing, but there's none of that. I think
No.
it's a very easy to follow film.
Yep.
I think it moves well, it paces well, like, the dialogue is easy to follow. Like, even if you haven't seen a lot of 70s films, you can follow the dialogue, right? Like, it moves at a clip. And again, like, the story is complex, but it's very simple.
Yes.
It's just these guys are trying to set up Mr. T, and he's trying to figure out who's trying to get him.
Yeah, and
Right?
then bring them to justice.
Right, and make it right.
Yeah.
There's really nothing that complex about it. So
No.
I just don't understand. I don't understand the derision.
Yeah,
It
and
makes no sense to me.
And even with, like, because I brought up the language earlier, and, like, some of the, like, phrases and words they use, I was like, what does that mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was like, you kind of, and I was able to piece most of it together via, like, context clues and stuff.
Yeah.
But even with, like, you know, the language of that time period used by this community, you still get it. You still understand what they're talking about. There's no moment where you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? You still get it.
Right.
And so, yeah, there's nothing, like, inherently confusing about the film.
No.
And so, yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine. It's great.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
One thing I like about this movie too, and I mean, I know I complain about this, like, all the time.
Yeah.
I'm always complaining. That's just what I like to do. I think there is a real problem with modern blockbuster films of over explanation.
Yes.
Right? There's a lot of scenes where somebody's, like, telling you what they're doing.
Yep.
And I do genuinely think it's because there is an assumption now among screenwriters that if you're not looking at the film, that you're looking at your phone.
Yeah.
And they have to explain what's happening so you don't miss the plot, right?
Yeah.
And I know that's a little bit old man yells at cloud, but I am an old man and I'm yelling at the cloud.
Yeah.
One thing I love about this movie is there's a lot of scenes where no one is talking.
Yeah.
And Mr. T is just doing something.
Yep.
And the movie's like, figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not an idiot. You can figure out what he's doing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's this wonderful scene, and it's just like peak 70s filmmaking where Mr. T drives up to a movie theater.
Yep.
Walks in the movie theater, and it's this gorgeous fucking giant cathedral looking movie theater. Walks to the back, takes some stuff off a wall, goes in an elevator shaft, goes up to the top, gets out of the elevator shaft, goes in an office, finds, and there's no dialogue.
Yeah.
It's just him doing shit silently, and the whole time you can figure it out.
Yeah.
The movie is never like, hey, by the way, I'm talking to myself. I'm Mr. T. I'm going up the elevator shaft, and now I'm here. I'm looking for evidence. I found it. I got to kill this guy. Oh, now I did it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, he just does it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that is the more realistic way that it would happen, right?
Right.
If you're a private eye and you are looking for evidence and you have nobody with you,
yeah,
well, you're not going to be talking to yourself.
Right. But not only that, it's like, that's what movies should be.
Yes.
Show me, don't tell me, you know?
Yeah.
I want to see it unfold. I don't want a guy to just be like, aha, I gotcha, you know?
Yeah, it's more fun that way because you also get to figure out, because like some movies that do this, where they don't hold your hand, sometimes you figure it out before the character does.
Yes.
And then when they figure it out, you're like, ha, I'm smart.
Right.
And it just feels good.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think it's fun when they do that because then you get to figure out the mystery on your own.
Right.
And you get to play along.
And one of the things I do like about this movie too is it sort of subverts the mystery element because they very early tell you it's a setup, right?
Yes.
They show you the scene where they've got the guy in, tied up and he's wearing the suit and they're going to set up the thing. And so the fun isn't really in discovering what happened.
Yeah.
It's how is he going to figure it out?
Yeah.
Right? And there's a lot of fun to be had where these two guys are trying to trick him.
Yeah.
And it's fun watching the character figure that out as well.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's an inverse of sort of the mystery formula.
Yeah.
Like there's the scene where, they've got him tied up and they like, okay, we got it all set up. And he pulls out the coat and he's like, he's wearing a double-breasted coat. This is a single-breasted coat. And he's like, it's fine, whatever. He's all, nah, man, he's going to figure that shit out, right?
Yeah.
And they have to go buy a new coat. And like, it's this whole thing. And you're like, what are they setting this up for? And then when the reveal happens that like they're setting him up to take the fall for the murder, you're like, oh, okay. It makes sense. And then what I like about it is you can kind of see that the plan keeps changing. Yeah. Right? Okay, they tried to set him up for the murder. Oh, that was too clean, didn't work out. Okay, we'll try to set him up to murder Mr. Big. Oh, that didn't work. I guess we'll just shoot him. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll just
like we can't stop this guy. Like I love that at every turn he manages to outsmart them.
Yes.
Even though he doesn't really know who he's trying to outsmart.
Yeah, he's just like, I gotta outsmart somebody.
Yeah, so I'm trying. I don't know.
I'm gonna outsmart everybody.
Yeah, I just think it's wonderful. It's just such a good movie.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Yeah.
He is on the streets right now. How long do you think it's going to take him to figure out that we set him up?
One man, Jock. He's just one man. Don't make him sound like a goddamn army.
It only takes one man to wash you away. And T is the last man in this world I want looking for me.
All right. And we go looking for him. We find him. Pop, pop, no more Mr. T.
And then the cops come down on our heads, right?
Wrong, Chalky. For Christ's sake, will you think? Why did we go through with this song and dance?
We burn Abby to give T a nice motive to burn big. We got them tied together like Siamese twins.
Oh, yeah, we did that all right, but T turned that all around. Man, he walked out of that police station with marks thinking that Big was after him.
Jockey, think like a cop. T kills Abby. Big looks for T and T kills him. And then T gets it. The cops got to figure it's Big's people. And Big's people are missing. And they ain't gonna show up. It's neat as a pin, Jockey.
Big is gone. There's no heat on us. We move in on Big's business and the money comes rolling in like waves on the shore. All we gotta do is get rid of Mr. T. Am I right or wrong?
Let me take the mother out. I want him.
Oh, there's one of my favorite things in this movie that I love in the 70s, which is a karate chop to the neck.
Oh, classic.
Knock somebody down.
Yep.
Knock them out like a sack of potatoes.
Yep.
Just
Yep. And you're like, that would never work.
No.
But it's awesome.
He does it like 5 times. It's fantastic every single time.
Yeah.
The first time he does it, I out loud went, yes! Because he's in a car, right? Like, Mr. Big is trying to get him to his headquarters. Yeah. And he's just like, he's got the guy in the car, and then he just hits him with the karate chop.
Yep.
And the guy just goes down. It's fantastic.
It's very good.
Man, back in the day, that's all you needed to take somebody down.
It's just one good
karate chop.
Yeah.
You just need to know a basic level of karate and have a gun. That's it. That's all you needed.
And you'd win every time.
Honestly, I think that still works.
I think so.
Yeah.
I tried it yesterday.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah. I don't know. It's just a good movie.
It's a fantastic movie. Go watch it.
Go watch it. Go buy the DVD.
Yeah.
Don't watch the YouTube version or the Plex version because they're both bad.
Both garbage.
They are both garbage. I feel like I had something else I wanted to say and I can't remember. I do like at the end that he just shoots him.
Yeah.
He just shoots that guy.
He just riddles him.
Yeah. And I love watching at the end of that him figuring out how to shoot him.
Yeah.
Right? He's like pinned against that door.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's a window here. The guy's over there. Oh, hey, I'll just like knock on the window and then he'll shoot over there and then I can shoot him over here. You know?
Easy.
Yeah. And he doesn't negotiate with him.
No. He's just like, you're gonna die.
Yeah. I'm just going to shoot you. Yeah. Which I just think is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I also love that there's a lot of characters in this who like Mr. T will say something and then somebody's like, what are you talking about? And the other guy's like, idiot, Mr. T said.
Yeah. Yep.
Like there's a scene where he's at a boxing ring and these two cops come to bring him in and the one cop is like, hey, we need to, take your gun off you or whatever. And he's like, I don't have a gun on me. He's like, come on, man, whatever. Stop messing with us. And the other cop is like, if he says he doesn't have a gun, he doesn't have a gun.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
God damn. Act like you've been here before. It's like that scene in John Wick where the cop shows up and he's like, evening, John.
Yeah.
You working?
Yeah. I love that.
Like everybody just knows.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's wonderful. I think this is a great movie. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out. Did you love the old-timey Coke machine?
Oh, my God.
I was digging the hell out of that. Every time he used it, I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Bring back old-timey Coke machines.
I know. For those who don't know or haven't seen the film. So, back in the day, there was this kind of bottled Coke machine, which dispensed glass bottles of Coke. Mm-hmm. So, if you don't know, Mexican Coke still comes like this, but back in the day, all Coke kind of came in glass bottles, right? Yeah. And the way it would work is you'd go up to the vending machine, you put in a coin, it would dispense the glass bottle, and then you'd use the bottle cap thing to take off the bottle cap. And then if you notice, on the side, there's a rack where once you were done with the Coke, you put the empty bottle in because they would just reuse the bottles. Yep. So it's like, I don't know. I just think that system is phenomenal.
Oh,
and I don't
great.
understand where it went.
Yeah.
Aluminum's cheaper.
Yep.
I guess it's also harder to chuck an aluminum can at somebody.
True, yeah. I mean, if you take a glass bottle and throw that at somebody's head. Ugh.
Which, I don't know if you've ever encountered a Coke bottle. They don't shatter. They'll just hit you really hard.
Yeah, they're very strong glass. That's the one thing that I think a lot of movies kind of get wrong about glass bottles.
Yeah.
Is if you try and break one over somebody's head, it's not going to break.
No.
You're going to hit them and you're going to crack their skull.
Yeah. Unless it's really super brittle glass.
Yeah. Like most glass bottles, you're just probably going to like kill somebody.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it'd give them a concussion at the very least. Yeah, because if you don't know, I feel like I've explained this before, but in film, the glass you see is something called sugar glass.
Yes.
So it's made from sugar.
Yeah.
Usually, it's kind of similar to like rock candy.
Yeah.
But much thinner, and it's formed when it's superheated and whatever.
Yeah.
But it's meant to shatter.
Yes.
So it dissolves basically into dust as opposed to sharp shards. So if you're watching a movie and somebody gets thrown through a glass table, it's not real glass.
Yeah. Because that's dangerous.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. But it's the same. It's the same thing when you see somebody hit somebody over the head with a bottle.
Yep.
It's sugar glass, so
Yeah.
you can literally smack them over the head with it, and it's not going to hurt because it's
Yeah.
just going to shatter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Yes.
Um,
Don't hit people with glass bottles.
don't hit people with glass bottles. One thing I noticed about this movie: there's no nudity,
Yes.
which is unusual for this time period.
It is. I was kind of expecting it, and then it just never showed up. And I was like, oh, that's nice.
It is. It's an interesting restraint
Yeah.
on this movie. Because I don't know if you know this. In the 70s, they figured out you can put boobs in films, and they just did it all the time.
Yeah, and they were like, oh man, we make buckets of money.
We're making a ton of money because people love boobs.
Yeah.
Did you guys realize this?
This is life
Why haven't we
changing.
been doing this for years?
I know. I mean, one of the porn industry's like, yeah, we fucking knew.
We know. We're making so much money. We're porn.
Yeah, you guys are the suckers.
Yes. All right. I think that's all I have to say about Trouble Man.
Yeah.
Oh, the soundtrack. We didn't really fucking talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Not really. I think it's great.
Oh, it's a banger.
It's very underused in the
Yes.
film.
Yeah.
But I think if you listen to the soundtrack on its own, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Um,
Marvin Gaye, to nobody's surprise, was a phenomenal musician.
Phenomenal musician. One of the best.
Yeah.
Yes. If there's something I can recommend to everybody, it's go on to Spotify and just put on the best of Marvin Gaye and just listen. It's just the man was a magician.
Yep.
You can honestly listen to this soundtrack by itself, and it works as just an album. Here's my recommendation for everybody. This is a very specific recommendation.
Yeah.
Next time you are either A, walking through a big city by yourself, or B, I should say walking through a big city by yourself during the day with some caution, or B, driving to work very early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Put on this soundtrack because you will never feel cooler in your life.
Yeah. Especially if you live in like San Francisco and you're going over the Golden Gate Bridge at like 7:38 in the morning.
Yeah.
Turn this shit on.
There's a track, I think it's the second track. It's called like Mr. T Gets Something Done or something like that. And I was walking with the dog this morning and I stopped to go like this.
There you go.
It's just such a vibe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love the vibes of this movie.
It's very good.
That's the other thing. It's just all vibes.
Yeah.
Just pure vibes.
It's very aesthetically pleasing.
It is. There's a great shot. I love shots like this in movies. Which one thing I also forgot I wanted to point out. I love in the 70s, they were like, if you're a guy who's got a thing, you got to have a layer that is thematic. So like if you're a guy who's like doing whatever, you got to be in a bowling alley. Or if you're a cool hip private detective, you work out of a billiard shop.
Yep.
Or if you're a couple of skeezy guys, you work at a laundry.
Yep.
Everybody's got an office, and it's at the back of some sort of recreational building.
Every place was just a front.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You go into a swimming pool, at the back there's a gangster doing coke, you know?
Yep, and that's the 70s.
And that's the 70s. But there's this wonderful shot where Mr. T is visiting Mr. Big.
Yeah.
And it cuts to him going to meet Chalky and is Paul? Is his name Paul, I think?
I think.
Or Pete. It's Pete.
Pete.
I think it's Pete.
Pete or Paul?
Pete.
It
Peter
starts
Paul.
with Pete.
Yeah, it sort of. He's one of the apostles. But he's like Mr. T's walking, and there's like the goon in front of him, and it's this great sort of tracking shot through the laundry, and there's like a bit where like somebody moves some laundry out of the way, and it like hits the camera. It's fucking rules. It's
very
so good.
Yep.
I love that kind of cinematography. That like I'm in the action kind of guerrilla.
Immersive,
yeah, it's so good. I love this movie.
Yeah.
I can watch it again right now.
Oh, same. They don't make them like they used to.
They really don't. Oh, the cars. We didn't even talk about the
Ugh.
cars. He drives a Lincoln Continental,
Oh my god.
which now is like an old man car.
Yeah, but it's beautiful.
It's so cool, and it rumbles.
Yeah.
I love the scene too where he goes to threaten somebody, and he gets out of the car. He's like, "Drive the car around the block for me. I'll be right back."
Yep. And the guy's just like, "You got it."
Yeah, that's the past. You could just be like, "Drive my car for a little bit,"
Yeah.
and you knew they'd bring it back.
Yeah.
I also love the idea of back in the day, you had to like hire a couple of local kids to watch your car for you.
Yes.
He's like, "Hey, little kid, here's $10. Watch my car."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What's he gonna do?"
Yeah. What? It's a child.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess kids were different back in the day.
They're built different.
Drinking from the fire hose,
Yeah.
getting kidnapped in the middle of the day. I don't know, whatever kids got up to.
Yeah.
Doing crime.
Yep.
Did you ever do any crime as a kid?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Me too.
Yep.
Grand larceny?
No, trespassing on government property.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, couldn't all be me. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So time for everybody's favorite part of the show, Grace.
Yep.
It's where you tell me what you rate this movie out of 10.
This many.
What's that?
That's 8.
It's 8.
That's 8.
That's 8, baby.
It's an 8.
You did 3 kind of strange, so I couldn't
That's
tell.
how
it
you
was
do it
3.
in sign language.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I always do the.
1. That's 6.
This is 6.
That's 6.
This is 3.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I swear you just did something offensive at me.
Nope. That's how you count to 10 in
Okay.
sign language.
Is this not 3?
No, that's I love you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I double love you.
Whoa.
This is a good joke for our viewers, not really our listeners.
Yeah.
I'm doing the rock on sign at Grayson.
Yeah.
Anyway, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Perfect.
Yep.
I agree. I think I'm going to be right there with you. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
I think it's just good time, good vibes. My only criticism is score's underused.
Yes.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I can't think of much else to criticize.
I know. It's just it's a solid movie.
It's just a damn good time.
After this, go watch it.
Yeah. Just go watch it.
Just get the DVD, go watch it.
Yeah. And as per usual, as I mentioned last episode, if you send us like $5, I'll just send you this movie.
There you go. Yeah.
If you donate to us on Ko-Fi, I'll just send you this movie.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
I got a bunch of DVDs. I'll just give it to you if you want to watch it.
Yeah.
Give me $5. I'll give you this movie. It cost me like 20, but I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. I'd rather somebody watch it.
Yeah, just watch it. I don't care. Any of the movies we've covered that I had to buy, like if you want the Ballistic DVD, send me $5. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Free shipping.
Free shipping. Honestly, I don't give a shit.
If you can't tell, we're very fast and loose.
Yeah, pretty much. This is how I am with my women. Which no one's ever said before.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for Trouble Man. Which means it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show. It's Editor's Picks.
Editor's Picks.
Editor's Picks. Which, if you've never listened to the show before, this is the section where we give you something to watch, read, or listen to. We each recommend a thing. Could be anything. Could be a video game. Could be an old-timey tome that you found in a cave.
An old-timey tome. God. I haven't like watched. No, you know what? Bridgerton season 4 or 5 or whatever the new one is.
Oh, okay.
It's actually pretty good. We get to see Benedict and his journey into finding love and whatnot and trying to carry on the Bridgerton name. It's a very good season.
Okay.
It's a very good season.
I've never seen a single episode of Bridgerton.
It's quite good. Season 2 is probably the best season
Okay.
so far. Yeah. I just recommend Bridgerton. It's quite good. It's if you don't know, it's a period Regency TV show.
Yeah.
I understand that's not everybody's jam. I am fascinated by it for some reason.
A lot of people are. It's
Yeah.
There's a reason it's like the most popular show on Netflix.
Yeah. So, yeah. Bridgerton.
It's like I've never seen the show, but from what I understand, it's like if you mixed Pride and Prejudice with Sex and the City.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's like sultry.
Yes,
but it's also a lot of ooh, you know,
yeah,
like being guffawed at things.
Yes, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay,
yeah,
good
but
to
it's
know.
it's still like it's well acted, well directed, well written. The casting is really well done, and it's like weirdly good.
Okay,
Like,
I believe you.
Yeah, like when I first heard about it, I was like, this seems kind of boring. But then my roommate started watching it, and I was like, well, now hold on a minute.
Hold on a damn second.
Wait on a damn minute.
What's Lady Cantaloupe up to now?
Yeah, and so yeah, it's just like one of those shows that'll suck you in.
I
You're
get
like,
it.
God damn it.
I get it.
So
I once sat and watched the entirety of this movie on Netflix called Lady Chatterley's Lover, which is about like a regal
oh my God.
like I don't know, duchess or whatever, and she like falls in love with her gardener or whatever and has an affair with him.
Yeah.
I was
Sure.
like, I watched the whole thing.
And you're like, and you finish it and you're like, what happened?
Yeah, what happened? Why did I get so engrossed in this thing? But
Yeah.
it's just weirdly engrossing. I don't know.
Yeah.
All that Regency stuff.
Yeah. It's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
Anyway.
Well, if you remember last episode, I recommended a film called The Dragon Lives Again.
Oh, yes.
Which was a Bruce-sploitation film.
Oh, yes.
And in classic me fashion, I didn't let it go.
Yeah.
And I watched more Bruce-sploitation films, which many of them are on Tubi. Those that are not on Tubi, you can find on the Wu-Tang Clan, or not the Wu-Tang Clan, the Wu-Tang Collection.
Okay.
Which is, if you don't know, I reference it all the time, but it's an app, but it's also a YouTube channel where they post sort of forgotten or abandoned or just underseen martial arts films.
Oh.
So many of them are like VHS rips and
they
try to do the original negative as much as possible, but
Yeah.
oftentimes they don't have access to it. They're a company that I admire very much and would very much like to talk about more someday. But yeah, so they have a bunch of fake Bruce Lee movies.
Hell yeah.
And I watch a bunch of them on Tubi as well. And I actually bought, and I don't have it with me, it's in the other room, but I bought a collection of them, a Blu-ray collection. I'm going to bring up, don't play, please. Thank you. I had a recipe loaded up that I was gonna play before I paused it. Hold on, let me see what it's called. Stand by, everyone.
Standing
This
by.
is good podcasting.
This is riveting.
Me looking at my phone.
Yeah.
It's called The Game of Clones, Bruce-sploitation Collection, Volume 1. It is a 7-disc special edition.
Wow.
So it's got a bunch of movies on it, but that I'm excited to get into. But one of the ones I watched before I bought the collection is a film called The Clones of Bruce Lee. This was, I can't remember who directed it, but it was made in the 70s in Taiwan. And it is a movie about a scientist who creates 3 clones of Bruce Lee. And they are played by Bruce Lee, Bruce L.E., Dragon Lee, and Bruce Tai, who, this may shock you, he's from Thailand.
Wow.
And he's called Bruce Tai.
Perfect.
But basically, he clones Bruce Lee, and they are taken by the government and assigned as like assassins.
Classic.
So one of them like goes and kills like a movie director. One of them does some other stuff, and then at the end they all have a big fight, and then they all beat the shit out of this scientist.
Nice.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's so 70s. It steals the Rocky soundtrack. It's just incredible.
It has everything.
It has everything. I love this shit. I don't know why. It's so disrespectful. Uses real footage from his funeral. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah, it's wild.
Whoa.
I can't believe they got away with it.
That's so fucked up.
And now you can watch it in full HD.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Just an incredible thing. Man, you could just do anything in Taiwan back in the day.
Yeah.
Just make whatever the fuck you wanted.
Yep.
You just had the Godfather
repercussions.
in a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have 3 guys who kind of look like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Dragon Lee, in particular, looks like Bruce Lee on fucking crack. He's crazy. He's so shredded, but he's a little bit cross-eyed. And I swear to God, he looks like if Bruce Lee just took a bunch of crack.
Nice.
That's what Dragon Lee looks like.
Hell yeah.
And Bruce Tai literally looks like just a guy from Thailand.
Nice.
God bless him.
They just grabbed some guy off the street.
Just
and they're
some
like,
guy.
You are now Bruce Lee.
Yeah, and if you look him up, he's been in like 3 movies, and that's
Hell
it.
yeah.
Yeah, this is my favorite period of time in movie making where they were just doing whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, I recommend that. I promise next time I'll recommend something that isn't a trashy, low budget Bruce Lee ripoff film. But it's what I'm currently fascinated by.
Hell
so
yeah.
That's all I can give you.
Hell yeah.
I did see a movie at the theater. I saw Crime 101.
Okay.
Which I quite liked, but I didn't feel like recommending it because it's not
fair.
weird enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, that's pretty much it.
Hell yeah.
Grayson, you want to get us out of here so you
Yeah.
can go back to playing World of Warcraft?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, calling me out. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Viva La Action at all of those places.
Yep.
You can engage in various things.
Crime.
DM us.
We'll do crime together.
Comment on our things.
Yeah.
If you're listening on any of the podcast listening platforms, Podbean, Spotify, etc., you can rate and share and do all the things. Give us 5 stars. If you are on any of the algorithmically based platforms, i.e. YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, engage with us. For all you trolls out there, we haven't actually had one in a while.
No.
If you do decide to engage with us, that's still engagement, so you're helping us out.
Yep.
So yeah, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, leave comments. We got a Google form that you can give recommendations for. Make sure it's only an action movie. Poor favor. We also have an email, Viva La Action, at all these places.
Yep.
You can just email us, say hi.
Yep.
And then we have the Ko-fi.
Yes.
ko-fi
Yep.
/Viva La Action.
Yep. It's all linked in the description.
Yep.
Um,
And you don't have to give us any money.
Nope.
You can give as little as $1.
Yep.
Helps us out.
Yeah.
We do both have full-time jobs, so.
Yeah.
I have a 401k.
Oh.
So.
I have a Roth IRA.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything in it currently.
Well, you know, my work matches, I think, like 3%.
Oh, that's nice.
Whatever. So, I'm looking pretty good. I'm on a good trajectory for my retirement.
That's good.
So as long as I fucking hate this shit. As long as the markets stay good.
They won't.
Surprise, surprise. But yeah, click on all the things, engage with us, talk to us. We like engagement.
We do. We like you, listener.
Yeah. We like talking to people.
Yeah.
Especially from outside the U.S.
Yes.
It's boring talking to people in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
I like listening to other people and what they got going on.
I agree.
Makes us better, well-rounded people.
Yes. I agree. All right. Thanks for listening.
Yep.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, you fucking fuckers. Thanks for listening.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Adios.
Bye.